Welcome back, my friend.
Hello, what have we here?
Jedi, we've been expecting you.
I knew I could count on you.
Hello.
Welcome to the rebellion. What fun!
Hey everyone, Hybrid here, and welcome to Motor City Con. We are going to do a convention vlog today, just take a walk around, see all the cool things. We are here to meet Billie Lourd and Hayley Atwell, add some awesome autographs to the collection. I gotta tell you, coming in here, it is the longest line I have ever seen for this venue. I've never seen so many people in here. It is crowded, it is crazy, but we're gonna make the most of it. So, 2 autographs, not the biggest names here. Hopefully that's not gonna take too much time, and hopefully we find some cool stuff on the vendor floor. Let's go. And we just met Hayley Atwell, who's awesome. They're moving her line pretty good. She was really nice. And that is one of 2 autographs. So now we got to wait for Billie Lourd to get here. Might take a stroll of the vendor floor while we wait. I just met Billie Lourd, who's like super awesome and really nice. And now they were going to walk around a little more and start winding down. Here I am at a Meijer on the way home, and the Comic-Con pickups may have been light, but look what I finally found. A mom that loved me would buy it for me. That sounds like a yes. Alright everyone, I am back home, and I will show off the haul super quick. This Motor City Con was a little bit crazy, not gonna lie. It was the busiest I have ever seen the Suburban Showplace, or what is it called? I don't know. It's been renamed since I guess they sold the building off between conventions. Interesting stuff. But it was a very fun time. It was the longest line I have ever seen outside of that building. We had a little bit of a late start this morning. Did not roll into the con until about an hour and a half after open, and there were still hundreds of people in line outside. The line did not take a long time. It took us maybe a half hour to get in the doors once we got into the line. But still, you just imagine that long after the con. Surely most people are indoors, so very interesting. The program, super cool. I always like keeping the program. Is that Lobo? I'm not the biggest DC guy. I think his name's Lobo. He's going to be the villain in the new Supergirl movie. Really excited for that movie. Setting that down, my first autograph, as I showed off, was from Hayley Atwell, who I love as Peggy Carter in the MCU. The MCU has been a mainstay of my childhood, and I still follow it even after Endgame. I've missed a couple shows, but the shows seem to not really be super affecting the movies. Thankfully, the movies have still been very enjoyable, in my opinion, and she, of course, got to appear in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, which would have been a cool secondary autograph, potentially, but I was happy with just going with the plain Jane Peggy Carter from Captain America, the First Avenger. They were moving her line pretty quick, but she was still really, really nice. I just told her how, I wasn't... Yeah, I was transparent. I was like, the What If series, some good episodes, some not good episodes. She was in a lot of the good ones. But it was just really cool seeing that character of Captain Carter come to live action in Doctor Strange, even for a bit. And she agreed, and it was just very, very pleasant to talk to. Have nothing negative to say about her. My last autograph of the day, meaning I only got two, was from Billie Lourd, who is, of course, the daughter of Carrie Fisher, who is everyone's favorite space princess. And she plays Lieutenant Connix in the sequel trilogies. There's trilogy, there's only one trilogy, one sequel trilogy, but she was very, very nice to talk to as well. Just very pleasant, and it kind of throws you when you actually see her in person just how much like her mother she looks, and she is just very genuine and kind and nice to talk to, and I was happy to just share a brief little nugget of having fun seeing The Force Awakens in theaters, back in 2015 when it came out, opening night with a ginormous group of classmates, and just how much fun it was, realizing she was Carrie's daughter, because I didn't know that at first, and she was just really, really, really nice. From there, a couple of convention pickups. I did get this X-23 Funko Pop from Deadpool and Wolverine. Daphne Keane is going to be at Fan Expo Philadelphia coming up at the end of the month, and I will be going there with 1313 Jackson, so expect a vlog for that. That is going to be a great time. And then my favorite thing to get at Motor City Con, I always like to swing by the merch booth, and I'm just a sucker for magnets, so I got the May 26th show magnet. I feel like I've seen the graphic on other magnets before, but they've just thrown some glitter on it. I hate to say that it feels like not the most ambitious one, but it's in the set, and it's $10, whatever. It's a nice big magnet, and one that I'm happy to have. Sorry if you're hearing noise in the background. I have a load of laundry going. I think it's far enough away you won't hear that, but it did just get louder. On the way home, I did mention we stopped at a Meijer. We needed to get gas, and I saw there was a Meijer on the exit with a gas station in it, and I was like, hey, that's great. I'm going to stick my head in and see if they have the Micro Galaxy Squadron Captain Rex Y-Wing. And they did! I know I said I'm mostly out of this line, and I do mean that, but the Clone Wars Y-Wing is probably my favorite starfighter in all of Star Wars. The Y-Wing Rebellion version is my favorite OT vehicle for sure, and seeing it covered up in the prequel trilogy was super cool, and I love this design. I hope to see a repaint in the yellow version. I would truthfully army build that if they got the figure count right, which they did not do here. They did not give us Ahsoka, and they gave us an astromech droid that was never in it. I know they say it's the Bad Batch one. Don't care. I want the Clone Wars one. But that was a really cool pickup, and my mom picked that up for me. She always likes to, on the hangouts with us kids, she likes to treat us to a little something, and at the convention, we just didn't run into anything that, she didn't get an opportunity to pick me up anything, really. So she was like, I'm buying that for you. And I was like, all right, we're going to film a little skit for the vlog. She likes appearing in the vlogs. And then when I got home, finally, after being lost by FedEx for like 10 days, my May 4th battle droids. I ordered 2 of them because I wanted a pair of security battle droids. So expect reviews of the Y-Wing and the battle droid coming this week. There is going to be lots of fun content. I'm looking to get back on the horse. Definitely failed the New Year's resolution, but look for information on that later this year when we start talking about the annual Toys for Tots toy drive. I'm very excited about that. Anyways, I am going to go in my timeline, put this vlog together and put it up, even though you are now seeing it, meaning it is much after I've done that. So thank you for hanging out, watching a guy go to Comic-Con. I always love sharing the experience. I hope you had fun tagging along and just hearing all about it. I always love just sharing the experience. There's some folks that don't get to go as often as I get to go, and I just like sharing the good times. So anyways, thanks again. I'll catch you next time. May the Force be with you, and until next time, have a good day.